somebody wants, if somebody wants to learn about the ingredients of the pretzels that you make, this pretzel company standing out. I can't wait to look at their website whenever I'm done. But if I want to look at the ingredients of the pretzels to see if there's gluten-free and the different allergens and things, and everything's on the homepage, that's not going to help me. Because what if they don't go into that much detail on that homepage? But if there is buyyourpretzels.com/ingredients or / what you need to know, then Google's going to pull up that search, because I want to know, are there gluten-free pretzels in the area? And they're going to pull you right up. So when you organize your page, you want to make sure that you have your home, your about page, and those are the general ones, but whatever pages that are really going to stand out for your business and let people know what they need to know about it. In every website and web page, it should have a title and a description that's a part of the code. So in the back end of your website, if you use platforms like Wix or Squarespace, when you create an about page, you can write a description about that page too, which you should. Here is where you can learn everything about the type of consulting that we offer, the diversity, inclusion, and equity consulting that we offer to nonprofits in the Philadelphia area. You see how we took it from just being about your business to giving that high level information. So content is key, because it's going to make sure that, number one, your visitors can find everything they need to find out about you from your website, but it's also going to help Google when they search your website to put you right in front of the people that are looking for DEI consultants. How could you not show up if that description was in your page, right? So let's move on and talk about a few of my favorite tools that help you to kind of better firm up your content and your information. One is Google Trends, and I am pretty excited because I'm heading on vacation next week. And when I go on vacation before the holidays, I like to kind of put my CEO hat on. I'm definitely going to put my vacation hat on, but I want to think more about the things I don't get to think about on a day-to-day basis for my business. And one of those is trends. I cannot wait to do a Google Trends search about the planners that I'm about to launch. I want to know where people are looking for planners at. What are the keywords that people are searching for? And Google Trends is going to give me some insight on that. So whenever I get back from vacation or while I'm on vacation and I want to run that ad, now I have solid data and keywords and even geographic areas. I can even see whenever planner or 2023 planners may peak. I can look back at 2022 around the last quarter and see what months were people searching for planners to most, to make sure that I kind of push my marketing during that time. So Google Trends is going to allow you to search keywords, phrases, industries that you serve and get high level information on that for you. Highly recommend Google Trends. So I want to know in the chat before I move on to the next one, how many of you are going to look at Google Trends for your business? Give me a 1 for yes and a 2 for no. Mm-hmm. All right, I see a lot of yeses. Awesome. So this is giving you an activity to do. For the sake of time, I'm going to pause here. If you want to screenshot this and add it to like your workbook for this workshop, you absolutely can, but it's just giving you the steps. Google Trends is really easy to use, but you have to be intentional about using it. You want to know kind of what you're going in there for. What is your goal? If you want to learn more about your industry, you want to do some searches on the consulting industry. If you want to learn more about keywords and phrases, you want to type in some of your keywords from your keyword list and see how they're performing. I've had keywords that didn't show up at all. You know, I do branding for my business, and branding does not show up a lot in searches, but marketing does. So ever since I learned that, I had to start using marketing in some of my keywords whenever I talk about my business. So, I mean, because I do marketing, but overall, I love the branding is the word for me. but it's not about what it is for me. It's about what people are going to connect to. So you want to also have a website that's designed for speed and usability. So you want to make sure that you have fast load time. So I always ask this question when I do this workshop. How many of you all have been searching for something? Like for me, it's usually food. I'm out and about running errands and I want some pizza and I want the best pizza in town. And I go and I do a search for the best pizza in town and everybody says the same name. So I go to click on their website and all I see is a white screen and then a header pops up. But then I'm still waiting to see the menu and to see all of these different things because they have a slow load time. How many of you all have left websites because they loaded slow? Give me an explanation point in the chat. I do it all the time, a whole bunch of them, yes. So we don't want to be that person, right, ladies? Like we don't want that to be us. So we want to make sure that our website has a fast loading time. In addition to the loading time, another thing that you want to make sure that you look at is how your website shows up on different browsers. So you want to look at how it shows up in Chrome and Firefox and Safari, because believe it or not, it can show up differently in all three. And you want to make sure that your website is showing up properly from a laptop, from a tablet, as well as a mobile. How many of you all use your mobile device to do your searches? I mean, I know I usually do. I don't know why, but I'll be working on my laptop. But if I think about something I want to search about my dog, so my dog does something every day that I need to search for. So I pick up my phone to search it. But if a website isn't formatted to the web version, then now I'm off to the next thing and my dog is not getting the information that's needed to move on. So we want to make sure our websites are set up properly. There are some tools and we do need to actually update this. I don't know, Vicki, do you know if it's updated yet, this test my site link?
I thought it was.
Okay.
Let me pop this link into my browser and I'll double check.
We're going to test out the test my site link for you all before we drop it in the chat. Okay.
It's updated. I actually sent the information to the content team.
Oh, good.
So it looks like we've got the right link. I'll pop it in there now.
Awesome. So Vicki's going to drop that in the chat. And this is a link to test my site. So you can actually put your website address in the test my site. It's going to do a thorough.
Oh, wait.
No, it's not working.
I thought it was, and then I just looked at it. So I'm going to get the link because I did get the right link. So give me a second and I'll drop the correct, and I'll change the chat doc.
Okay, thank you. So we are going to put the right link in there. But what this is going to do, once you have access to it, you can copy and paste your website in there. And what it'll do is it's going to scan your website. It's going to let you know how fast it loads. If it's working well on different browsers, it's going to give you a whole report about your site. And it's going to give you some action steps on how to improve your website performance. So that's a really, really good tool. So let's move on and talk about Search Console. So Google Search Console used to be called Google Webmaster Tool. So it usually is used by people who specialize in SEO or marketers, but in this day and age, we are really trying to put this information in front of our small business owners so they do not always have to rely on their web developer. Like many of you all are learning analytics, learning SEO and how to update your website. So we want to introduce this product to you so you can explore it on your own, or if you have someone who works with you, then you can go ahead and share this information with them. So Google Search Console takes search to a whole nother level. So Search Console is going to really pair with SEO because it helps you to measure your website's traffic and its performance. And it's also going to fix issues for you. So if it notices that, you know, whenever someone goes to a particular page, it takes long to load or they're getting an error message, instead of you finding that out from a customer that's trying to get to that page, Google Search Console is going to let you know that there's an error on this page. It's also going to give you like some reports about your search traffic and who's finding you. But again, it is not as in-depth as analytics, but it will give you some reporting about how you are being found on search. So that's another tool that we highly recommend as well. And Vicki has dropped it in the chat for you all. So this is another activity. I'm going to pause here, let you all take a screenshot, because for the sake of time, I want to make sure we get through all the content and answer your questions, but absolutely screenshot this if you would like to have this activity to do at a future date. So I want to know in the chat, how many of you would try out Google Search Console? Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let us know in the chat. Awesome. I'm glad to see many of you will check that out. And remember, if you kind of hit a wall with it, reach out to your web developer, reach out to Vicki or I. We have some experience with operating these systems, and we may be able to help you navigate through that as well. So I'm going to pause as well and ask, is there any questions right now? If anyone has any questions, you can drop them in the chat. We'll start to collect them, and then we'll answer them. If someone has one now, I'll try to answer it now. If not, we'll answer them at the end of the call. And I don't see.
We had, oh, sorry to interrupt.
Ahead,
just
Vicki.
earlier we had a.
Vicki, you're on mute. I don't know what happened.
I unmuted and then I muted by accident, I guess. We had a question earlier in the day on with around a name, and I think we can discuss this after the workshop, but I didn't want her to think that I was not, but I believe it was called Precision Catalyst. Mary Ann, we will come back to you if it's okay towards the end, because I have some thoughts around that.
Okay, awesome. All right, Linda is asking more about branding and marketing.
Thanks so much.
With marketing being better for searching. I'm not, hold on, more about branding and marketing. So Linda, I'm not sure I'm following you. I would love to get some more context. So if you can hold until the end, and then you can come off of mute, and then we can kind of go through your question and provide some more feedback. So let me go ahead and talk about the business profile. Let me know in the chat, how many of you have a Google business profile already? Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. And if you type 1, if you have any way that the business profile has benefited your business, please drop it in the chat. There are a couple of people who responded no. So you never know if your experience might inspire that person to definitely go ahead and get that started. The business profile is one of my favorite tools. Again, it's another free tool that Google offers. Remember when we showed that last section, we did the search and we talked about the organic results, but then we talked about that pane on the right-hand side. That is your Google business profile. We like to think of your Google business profile as like your digital storefront. So it's literally where most of the times you see a little picture up at the top. You can see your hours, website, call, all your information is like loaded right there in one succinct rectangular box that shows a highlight of your business and encourages people to look in more. You can see some reviews, people can check hours, so on and so forth. So the way that you create a business profile is to go to google.com/business, and that can go ahead and get you started there. So if you already have a business profile, I want you to think of what we cover here as how you can update your business profile as you move on. But if you are starting a new profile, you might find out that it will tell you to claim your business, and you might have to do a couple of verification steps to actually get your business profile set up. So just walk through the steps, make sure that you put in your business name as you would want it, set your different locations and areas that you serve. Again, pull up that file that Vicki tells us to make that has all of your business and brand information and content and drag and drop that information in there so you can build a solid profile. It's very similar to your social media profile. So if you have especially the Facebook, if you have a Facebook page where you get to, list out your about section and things like that, your hours, it's very similar to that. So you want to make the most of your business profile. You want to complete all of your business information. And then you just don't want to stop there. You want to add photos and videos. Again, think of it as like a social profile. You can add new arrivals that you have coming. You can add pictures of your customers with your product or service that you provide, whatever it might be. But pictures and videos help sell, and it's also going to help you to be found on Google. You can also link people directly to your consultation or your booking page, or even a link to shop with you. So we talked about posts. So you can post on your business profile. Okay, there's an echo somewhere. Okay, let me try now. Okay, we're good now. So you can talk on your business, you can post on your business profile, just like you post on your social media. So again, you might not post this often on your business profile, but at least if you can take out one of your posts each week and post it on your business profile, that's keeping fresh information for people who can potentially have you pop up on their search. And that's going to show that you're active. Another thing that's very important is reviews. Drop an exclamation point in the chat if reviews are super important to you for making decisions about what business that you plan to trust. I mean, reviews are everything. I will not go to a restaurant based off of reviews. I will extend my search if I see a couple bad reviews. If I'm traveling, I have a little tally sheet where, okay, they had 3 bad reviews, but mostly good ones. This person had 4, this one had 2. Like, reviews are everything. But the business profile is where you can control your reviews. So not only can I randomly go and review your consultant agency, but you can send out a link that's going to cause your clients to go and give you a review that's going to show right up on your business profile, that's going to build your credibility for your brand and your business. I highly recommend doing that. Another really, really cool feature is messages. So if you, especially for storefront boutiques, like if somebody wants to send you a message about if you have something in stock, or if you're open today, or if you have an opening for your next grooming appointment, then like they can shoot you a message right in there if you activate the messages. It's like a live chat between you and your potential customers, literally somebody that you may have never met before that might have found you on a Google search. So here's another activity. This is another one that you can screenshot if you would like. And it's just telling you to go ahead and claim or complete your business profile and then set it up and update your information. If you set up your social media pages and if you've done any work on your website, you can absolutely set up your Google business profile on your own. It's a great, great tool. Any questions about the Google business profile before we move to the last area, bless you, of Google Ads? Okay, so that's a good question, Jennifer. So Jennifer is saying that her business is home-based and she does not want to show her address. So I believe that the business profile will have you put in an address because that's one of their key ways that they verify our businesses. But there is a way that you can change that where your address doesn't show. And then what you want to do, Jennifer, is set up your service area. So even though you don't want your address to show, you want it to be very clear that they can see the areas that you serve. Whether that's if you are a service-based business like myself, I serve the entire country. And it shows that on my business profile. So if you're service-based, then yes, that's fine. You just set your service area on whatever that is. And there is also a way that you can make sure that your address doesn't show. And that would be in your menu area on the left side, somewhere in your settings, I believe. If I can find the link that shows how you can disable that. I'll post it in there, but you absolutely will locate it if you look around. It is something that you control. You don't have to contact Google to have them remove it. Oh no, yeah, we definitely want to get that changed for you. And if you have any issues getting it changed, again, you can always reach out to us and we will try to help you. And I'll try to see if I can find that. I want to say Google has a like step-by-step on how to make sure your address doesn't show. So we'll see if we can find out for you. Go ahead, Vicki.
Yeah, there is an actual step-by-step process, and I've been a service-based business since the business profile came into it's anybody can do it. If you're a business owner, you provide goods and services to people, which means you don't have a brick and mortar, like I don't have a brick and mortar. You can definitely benefit from the business profile. And I saw in the chat that someone, I believe, said that it hadn't benefited them. You know what? I have to tell you that from the business profile started to today, it is so robust. It is the most powerful free tool that you can do for your business, because you can put your products and services, and we're all searching on Google. So utilizing the right keywords, like I have all of my prices, like my speaking engagements. It's almost like a mini version of my website.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely is. And then if it's not benefiting, I would say to make some updates to it, make some new posts to it, and then make sure you check frequently the reports, because you also get a report on your business profile as well. It's going to let you know how well your business profile is doing. Like, to me, I mean, I don't necessarily have conversion data on my business profile, right? So like, I don't have it going right to like my consultation form. So I'm not able to track that, but I do get reports and it's telling me like, 120 people viewed your profile this month. Well, I don't know where these people came from. So it's working. And somehow I'm getting out there. Something that I have is having them pop up. It could be that somebody's actually going in and searching my business name. And I don't search myself 123 times, you all, I promise. Maybe only a quarter of that. And am I searching to see how I'm showing up? So just a little stat like that can show the impact that your profile is having on your business. So I would say, if someone said it didn't benefit them, try to give it another shot. Just give it some real light updates for your site. Put some new pictures up there, make a post, tell them what new is coming in the new year, or what your favorite product or service is to offer. And then put that out there and go back and check it and see what the stats are saying, if people are finding you. Okay, I see there's a question, and while I answer this question, I'm going to go ahead and respond to what Vicki put in the chat. So we want to know if any of you have ran Google Ads before. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let us know in the chat. Now, Tracy is saying that she has an e-commerce store without a physical store for women's accessory. Can you still make a business profile? Absolutely. I have a service-based industry, so I don't even sell like something I could tangibly give you. And I have a business profile. And I told y'all, people searching, they tell me like, these many people look for your business profile. So absolutely. You have to put an address in for the sake of setting up your profile. You don't have to have an address shown. So the same content you use to set up your website or your Facebook or Instagram page, you want to use all that rich content, use your keywords, photos and videos of your accessories, make people want it. I mean, imagine if somebody typed that they're looking for a statement necklace, and that's something you offer. Statement necklace near me. You're probably going to pop up if you make sure that you have, if you have a picture of one of your posts as a statement necklace, and you say, get your statement necklace for the holidays, you're gonna pop up on your business profile, and that's so cool. So absolutely, it could benefit you, Tracy. I hope that helped. Let's see. So a lot of people have not used ads before, so this is going to be a good way for you to for us to show you all how ads and search work together. And Vicky also dropped in the chat that you can sell your products directly from your business profile as well. We do a separate training just on Google Business Profile where we talk about that. So if that's something you're interested in, then check out our digital coaches page and see when that's being offered again. Vicky, is that the get your local business found on Google search and maps? That's the business profile focused one, right?
No, it's the one sell online with e-commerce, and it adds the Shopify, and you don't even need a website, like it'll all integrate. So if you're
So if you're interested, you can check that out. So let's talk a little bit more about Ed. So we're about to watch this video. It is one of my favorite videos. Vicky, can you let me know if there's an echo or anything?
Yep, I'll let you know.
Everybody likes jam. Who doesn't like jam? Seriously, I dream about flavors. Trade Street Jam Company makes low sugar vegan jams for pretty much everything under the sun. Honey, do you know how many things you can do with this jam? You can make cocktails, you can put on roasted meats or veggies, oatmeal. The uses are endless. I've been a chef for about 15 years. I needed something fun to do after work. I'm not a big TV watcher. I would stop at this store on the way home, grab a bunch of fruit, anything weird and exotic that they had. And I start cooking, I start jamming. Too much, you don't like the puns? Do you like the bananas, honey? Yeah. My husband is my test dummy, I guess you could say.
You want some more?
You like mommy's cooking? When I started Trade Street, I was selling on another e-commerce platform, and we were also selling a lot of jam in person. But COVID hit and all the markets shut down, which freaked me out. I'm already scared about being a new mommy. And then on top of that, I'm worried about the life of my business. People started ordering specialty food online, so we immediately had to pivot and focus all of my efforts on selling online. When people go on Google and they search jam or jelly, I want them to be able to find my brand. With Google Ads, they can type those things in and I pop up. You guys, that's huge. Being able to sell on our website, it really did save us. I couldn't imagine going back to not using Google products. We went from making 2,000 jars every 2 months to making 2,000 jars every 2 weeks. Our sales increased by 1,000%. It was crazy. I've hired 4 or 5 different contractors. Hiring feels amazing. I think it's so important for our product to have a story behind it. I think when people see a woman behind the brand, a person of color, it just really adds something to that jar other than jam. Oh, you kiss mommy? You kissing mommy? I want Zola to be able to grow up and look at me and say, my mom did that. I wouldn't trade that for the world.
That video gives me the feels every time. What did you all think about that video? Let us know in the chat what you thought about the video. It's so inspiring to me. It just looks like somebody that looks just like us, that has the business just like us, is trying to, do the best for their family. And then her statistic, 2,000 jars every 2 months to, what did she say, 12,000 or some crazy statistic, all because she's utilizing ads to help her business get found. And she could have gave up during the pandemic, but she didn't. She shifted and look at her cute baby eating her bananas. It's just so adorable. I love it. So yes, Francis said she wants the order, and Nicole said it pulls on the heartstrings. It absolutely does. And honestly, I have no doubt that whatever you all provide, we can do the same things too. We just have to tap into, what do we offer? What pulls on the heartstrings of people about what we offer, and how do we leverage that to make sure that we can pull those heartstrings for people and get our good product and service in front of someone. So is the video connected to ad opportunities? I'm not fully sure what you mean by that. If you are asking if it was, so I guess the way I'm interpreting that is that this small business owner was asked to do the video because her Google ads performed so well. So she was able to, you know, showcase her business and create this video because she's had such success with ads. If you meant something different from that question, I'm just clarify it in the chat and we'll get back to it. But let me go ahead and jump into ads. Go ahead, Vicki. Did you have something?
Oh, I was just going to say, we're always asking for learner stories. So I think this ad came from a learner story of attending a workshop and saying they tried ads to launch this jam company. And that's how the YouTube video got created, just like the Sugar's Cakery recently here in Austin.
Okay, perfect. Yep. So we ask for learner stories all the time. We always tell you guys to email us. Let us know how things are working for you. If there's any product or service or tool that we offer in our workshop that has really elevated your business, you should let us know that, because we love to highlight how your business is transforming based off of some of the tools that we're providing. So absolutely, Dr. Davis. So let's go in and talk about how ads appear on Google and on partner sites. So advertising on Google is called pay-per-click advertising. In other words, you only pay for what people or when people take an action. So that action could be clicking on your ad or actually clicking to call your business. The ads reach people who are actively searching for your products and services and helping you connect. Another cool thing about Google Ads is that your ads also appear on Google's display network, which includes millions of partner sites. So whenever you run an ad with Google, you just don't show up on Google. You can also show up on all of these different sites. So you can reach even more people that are actively looking to buy. You may have seen an ad pop up on YouTube for you. That is a part of the Google Display Network. So let's talk a little bit more about smart campaigns. So smart campaigns are designed specifically for small businesses and new advertisers. Some of the benefits of smart campaigns are they're flexible. You get to choose your goal. You get to choose your content. You get to choose your budget. There's no contract. There's no fees. And it truly is controlled by you. You can change it at any time. You can update it at any time. But it is an easy way that walks you through starting your first ad campaign. So this is a checklist that can help you to launch your ad. First, you want to decide the goal of your ad. You don't just want to run an ad because our heartstrings were pulled from Trade Street Jam and we loved it. But what's the goal for your business? Why? What do you want people to do after they see your ad or click on your ad and go watch this video on your site? What do you want them to do? You want to connect your ad to your business profile if you have one. Identify your content. Go back to that content document we talked about earlier and pull information from there. Write the ad. Go back to your keywords document. Set your budget and then launch it. We're going to go through step by step. And Francis, yes, you are absolutely right. You do not start an ad. I honestly, as a brand strategist, there's nothing that I do without a call to action. People want to be told, like, this is what I want you to do, or watch this with me, or tell me what you think. So absolutely, you want to have a call to action. So the first thing is you want to start with a goal. Some ideas might be to get more calls. If you know that calls are really good for your business, get more calls. It might be to get more website sales, so people to shop more, or for people to book a consultation, but set a goal. Connect it to your business profile. When you're walking through this step by step, it's going to ask you if you have one. So if you do have one, connect it. If you don't have one, set your business profile up before you set up your ad. You want to put your name in exactly how you want it to appear. And then you want to set your website link of where you want it to go. I want to be very clear with this. So say somebody is running an ad for their holiday specials and you have a whole page dedicated to your holiday sales and specials. You want to put whatever your website link is for those sales and specials for your ads. You do not want me looking for holiday gifts to go to your website homepage. You want me to go right to the page that's going to show me all of your holiday sales and gifts. So you want to make sure that you're sending people to exactly where they need to go. This is what people would see if you were to run an ad. It shows you like what they will see from a mobile version or a desktop version once they click on your ad and get to the site. The next thing you want to do is write your ad. So before you write, you want to think about what you have to offer, what you want to accomplish, and who are your customers. Those three things, if you answer those questions, it's going to help you to write an ad that's going to speak directly to that customer, give them that call to action, as Francis mentioned, and tell them about why they need to take that call to action. That's your journey that you're trying to take the ad viewer on that is going to be a potential customer. So you have 3 headlines of text, 30 characters max, 2 description lines. The headline is the first thing that people see, so you want to make sure it has a huge wow factor on it, right? This is showing you just an example of how it would look. The next thing you want to do is review keyword themes. So the cool thing about the Smart campaign is it's going to like automatically generate some for you. But then again, you want to go to your keywords list and add some of your keywords in there. If you make one of your keyword themes jam, then your ad is going to be eligible to show up for fruit jam, jelly jam, buy jam, any type of word related to jam. So you want to keep that in mind. The other thing I want to make sure that you all are clear on is that if you start your ad campaign and you realize that some of these keywords are, you're typing in jam and next thing you know, there's people that are looking for dancing because they want to jam or boogie, like that's not the type of jam you're looking for. You can always go back and change those keywords. You can, do negative keywords and things of that sort, but you can change a lot of moving parts of your ad even once it's activated. You can even pause it if you're feeling like it's not working well for you. And the next thing is where your ad appears. So you can have your ad appear to specific zip codes, cities, or regions. If you want to advertise in an address near you, or like if you wanted to do it near your business address, you can do that. But you want to make sure that you have a clear idea of where you want to, target your ads. That's where trends come in. If I run an ad and I see that people are searching for planners heavy on the East Coast, then I'm going to make sure that I tag those particular cities that trends told me where people are searching for whenever I do my ad. And then a budget. And I see we have a question, the cost for ads. So the cost is completely up to you. You set your budget. So you decide what you can spend for the duration of the budget. So if you run your ad from now until the end of the year, that's 2 months, you need to figure out how much do you have to budget for your ad from now until the end of the month. If you have $500, then the Smart campaign is going to work through that $500 as your ads being clicked on. So remember, you only are going to get charged if someone clicks on the ad. So you're not going to spend more than what your ad budget is. So I hope that helps you, Marianne, to understand. We had someone last month in a class say that usually she was spending like a couple hundred on ads, and she went out on a limb and I think spent $1,000 on ads, and in a week she saw like $5,000 worth of sales. So not saying that that's going to work for everyone, but you want to have a good idea of what you can budget that makes sense for your business. Last but not least, you want to go ahead and launch your campaign. And remember, once you launch it, it's not like all is lost. You might have moments in the first week where it doesn't seem like anyone's clicking, so you want to quit it. don't quit it. You can pause it. You can go in and change some keywords and change things of that nature. But one thing about marketing and ads is that you want to let it run its course. So you want to give it some time to work.
Search.
So Dr. Davis is asking if we do one-on-one meetings about this. So we don't particularly, Vicki and I both do some consulting. So sometimes we have learners who are looking for more one-on-one. And then you can reach out to either one of us, and we might be able to do some type of strategy or consulting session to help you and your particular business move through the areas. But a part of the digital coaches program, we do not do one-on-ones from the particular workshops. So this is what's telling you that you can do once you've created your ad. You can create variations of your ad, negative keywords, look at the performance. You can connect your ad to analytics, which is really good because it's going to show how your website is performing while your ad is running. And again, remember, pause, edit at any time. So I want to know from you all in the chat, what stood out to you today? What will you do to grow your online presence based off of what we talked about today? And I think Vicki is dropping some more tools and resources for you all in there, but let us know what you're going to do next. I love to hear about the business profile. Perfect. And remember, once you have your business profile set up, then when you run your ad, you can connect it to your business profile. And this is just recapping resources about what we learned about. We learned about the 3 ways that you can appear on Google: through a text ad, through organic search results, and a business profile. And this screen right here can show you the links to each of these different areas that we talked about today. So this is a good one to screenshot if you're interested in capturing some greater information, as well as this next one. And I know that Vicki is dropping some tools in the chat as well. Before I close up for today, I'm just going to go over a couple of Google tools that might be helpful as you continue to grow your business. So then the first one is Google Primer. So Primer is the app that you can download on your phone. And you can take like free couple-minute courses right from your phone to help you with your marketing. Career certificates are really great if you are especially interested in a certain area, whether it is for you to gain a skill set or to just learn some base level knowledge for your business growth. Digital marketing and e-commerce skills is great for any small business owner. I'm taking that now, and it's great. If it's analytics or project management, all of these are courses that you can take. A lot of our courses are ran through Coursera, and you can get that greater knowledge about the digital skills. Grow on Air is one that you can tap into for workshops like the one that I did with you all today. And you can tap into them at any time. We also encourage everyone to visit thegoogle.com/grow. So Grow with Google is for small business owners, teachers, students, local businesses, job seekers, you name it. There's something there for everyone. Vicki's also going to drop the link for the Google survey. I would love if you all can complete the survey and just give more feedback about today's workshop or any workshop that you've attended and how it helped you. And remember, like, you always can reach out to us if a product or a tool has really helped to, catapult your business and Google has helped. We would love to tell the Google team your story. So please share that with myself or even Ashana so we can make sure that the team knows. And I will conclude my presentation. I'm sorry I ran a little bit over, but if there's time, I can answer any questions. And if not, I turn it back over to Ashana.
I'm just dropping these links in individually so they'll show up a little bit neater.
Okay.
For everybody. So.
Thanks, Vicki.
I do have a question if there's time.
Yes.
So I have a business, Precision Catalyst, and there is a emissions control company in Texas that uses the same name, even though I've trademarked it. and registered the name. Because they are a different industry, as I understand it, there's no recourse. So my real question here is, sometimes I will go on and look at my website and my company website will come up first. And then other times, like I just checked it when we were going through that section, the emissions company, the Precision Catalyst emissions company comes up first. Is there anything that I can do to make sure that mine always comes up first?
Wow. So the first thing is there's not like a cease and desist that could be sent to them because you're trademarked.
No, I talked to my lawyer about it. You can't do that because it's an entirely different industry. And, you know, if someone looks at, like if you went on right now and looked at Precision Catalyst and you knew a little bit about me, you would know immediately that that wasn't the one. You might scroll down a little bit, but it's just disconcerting for me when I go on, if a client, you know, goes on and looks, they see emissions control rather than strategy leadership results, right?
That's a little strategy. So here's a couple of tips. One of the things I would do is talk to your web developer, make sure they have your name in all of its various forms. So
and that's the keywords, all of that what you're talking about
in the description. So just say, is there any way you can make sure my site is loaded with our name on like every page, right? Another thing that's running through my mind is if there is any flex, if you register some more domain names similar to that has your names, like the more you have. So say if you, what's the name of your company again?
Precision Catalyst. And it's very interesting because most of the time, I would say 70% of the time when I go on just to check it, right? I come up first. My company comes up first. But like when I just checked it, the other company came up first. So I don't know why that's the case.
If you do precisionstrategy.com.org.net.co, if you gather all of those domains, then and point them to your main site, then now you're having more, like you live more places, right? You pretty much bought up the block.
Yeah. Okay.
So that might be a good strategy. Vicki, do you remember the Google Domains discount code off of the top of your head? Google 20 maybe? I can't remember it. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick though. I know we probably have to end broadcast. But we are running a special right now through one of our workshops that allows you to get like, I think 20% off of your domain name. I think that might help. Because when you think about search, you know, when Google search on web pages right now, you both are standing probably on the one web page that you have. The more that you have, the more people are going to. And then if your web developer pads those words in the back, I think that's just going to set you apart more and make you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that, everybody. It looks like my camera decided to work. I unplugged and plugged it back in, but thank you so much, Soleil and Vicki. This was great. If anyone has any questions that you think of after this webinar, you can feel free to email them to me and I'll pass them on to Soleil. As far as the presentation, we did record. There was a little glitch with the recording, so I'll get the first half of that from Vicki and Soleil and make sure that we send it out to everybody. And we will send a brief survey out to everyone. If you could please take a moment and fill that out so we can hear your thoughts about today's presentation and also hear what else you would like to see from us, what other topics you'd like us to cover. Other than that, have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Ashana. Thanks, ladies. Have a great rest of the week.
Thanks. It was terrific. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Lang.
Hi, Dr. Dick.